Well, Real Madrid, I hope you took some notes because that is how you do it. That is how you defeat Albacete away from home in the Copa del Rey. As Barcelona defeat Albacete 2-1, goes from Lamine Yamal, Ronald Araujo. Yeah, you heard me right. Ronald Araujo. And from their end, Moreno. And now Barcelona are through to the next round of the Copa del Rey, to the semifinals of the Copa del Rey. And the treble is absolutely loading right now. It is absolutely loading. But yeah, guys, a massive win against Albacete, who, of course, we know came from defeating Real Madrid in the last round of the Copa del Rey. And now they had to face their biggest test going up against FC Barcelona. And thankfully, Barcelona got the job done today. But best believe, Albacete were going into this game to give us problems. And yes, they did. Yes, they did. I'll give them the props. I won't talk too much shit about them. They did their thing. They gave us difficulties during this game, especially those last couple of minutes. Man, I don't get it with Barcelona, bro. I genuinely don't get it with Barcelona, where they had to make us suffer like this. It's in our DNA to make us suffer these last couple minutes, the last 10, 20 minutes of the game. They just want to make us suffer, bro. Because the players get relaxed. Oh, we're winning. We're chilling. We're doing good. Yes, we missed multiple chances where we could have been way more comfortable than we are right now. But we're good. We're chilling. And then, boom. Albacete hit us like they did. They gave us a moment of scare. If it wasn't for Gerard Martin coming out big on the line, like literally a line clearing goal, I don't even want to imagine. I don't want to even imagine what this game would have ended like if we went into extra time. Because Albacete at that point had all the momentum, the whole momentum right there. Of course, we definitely have the better team and the better players, where we realistically should have won that game even when we went into extra time. But again, momentum and mentality is a huge thing in the sport. We all know this. But nonetheless, Barcelona get the job done today. So let's quickly talk about what happened during this game. So the lineup that Hansi Flick decided to go for today was Joan Garcia in goal, backline of João Cancelo, Ronald Araujo, Eric Garcia, Gerard Martin, midfielder Marc Benal, Dani Olmo, Frankie de Jong, and up top Lamine Yamal, Robert Lewandowski, and Marcus Rashford. So of course, compared to the game, our last game that we had against Elche, a couple changes. Cancelo starting over Koundé because Koundé had a little bit of a discomfort from the last game, and of course, I think João Cancelo was warranted now some starts to see what he's about. I'm guessing Hansi Flick wanted to see against Albacete what he was about. We'll talk about him in a little bit. Ronald Araujo starting over Pau Cubarsí. Ronald Araujo getting his first start since this whole hiatus that he took after being gone for a little while, missing some games for Barcelona. Since his comeback, he hasn't really started any games. His first start, and of course, a very important game for Barcelona. And Gerard Martin over Alejandro Balde. In the midfield, Bernard starting over Fermin Lopez. Fermin started last game. Bernard started this game, which I was very excited about because you guys know I've been advocating for Bernard to get more minutes, to get more starts, and he got the start today. And of course, Marcus Rashford starting over Rafinha because Rafinha went down with a little injury from last game. And nothing major, well, he'll be out for a long time, but Rashford was warranted his start today as well, considering he's a left winger. And Lewandowski starting over Ferran. Ferran started against Elche. Lewandowski started this game, which is understandable because when you look at the amount of chances we created against Elche, you would think, all right, I'll put Lewandowski up there instead. But kind of the same story, if I can't lie. But that first half was a bit frustrating, honestly. Again, like I showed you guys, I feel like I've been talking about this the last couple of games now. Albacete, Elche, Copenhagen, Real Oviedo, Slavia Prague. What do those games all have in common? That we struggled in the first half every single one of those games, where we weren't creating much. Anything we did create, we didn't take the opportunities from. Yes, Lamine gets the first goal in the first half. Yes, we break the tie in the 39th minute, but it's still a matter of it wasn't good enough. We didn't create as much, and we did have some chances that we didn't take advantage of, like Marcus Rashford toward the beginning of the game where he hit it wide. But the most outstanding player in that first half was definitely Lamine. He was all the threat was trying to come from Lamine's side. Really, we were just giving the ball to Lamine and hoping and praying. I would say Dani Olmo was pretty decent in that first half too, getting involved, trying to link up play with as many people as he wanted, as he could, and everything was just trying to flow through Lamine Yamal. But in the end, we only got one goal out of it from a beautiful goal from Lamine Yamal. We just one time hits it. Put credit to Marcus Rashford and Frankie de Jong, who pressed the defender and they take the ball off of him. And of course, Frankie de Jong, easy pass to Lamine, and Lamine just one time shoots it, hits him to the corner, and beautiful slotted goal from Lamine Yamal to bring us up 1-0, and then we end the first half 1-0. All right, again, credit to Albacete. They were defending very well. They were set up in a way where they were trying to shut us down as much through the middle, as much as wide as well, giving some problems to Lamine, double teaming him as much as they could. And yeah, again, we struggled heavily in the first half to create much. I will give credit to the first half. The defense was very solid. Albacete got through a couple times, had some some good moments, but nothing clear to where they could have scored really in that first half. And I thought Ronald Rajo, Eder Garcia were very solid in that first half. Cancelo, man, in that first half, we just saw, again, his weaknesses defensively are just so evident, man. This guy cannot defend for his life. Going forward, he can cause some problems. He had some good cuts in the box, and, he caused some problems to try and do something for us in the attack. But defensively, man, he's just such a liability. So, and of course, that's why he got hooked in the second half, because he got a yellow card. And it was looking like if we didn't, he would have gotten a red this game. So, thankfully, we took him off because... yeah, we went down to 10 men. Like, literally before that first half ended, Cancelo went for a tackle. He won the ball, but he stepped on the player, and if he didn't touch the ball first, he would have been done. That would have been a red card, and then we would have been struggling throughout the whole game after that. So that's why Hansi Flick obviously started warming up Paco Barcia before the first half ended, and then he brought him on straight to the first half, where Eder Garcia then went to a right back, and then Cubarsí and Araujo played as a center back pairing, which is obviously a smart move from Hansi Flick. Second half, I thought we did much better. Honestly, again, just looking at the last couple games where we in the first half struggled, I knew in the second half we were going to go in with a little bit more confidence. But so did Albacete. I give props to where it's due with Albacete. I won't talk too negatively about them because, again, a second division team going up against the big boys and not fumbling and not being scared to go at them. You got to give credit where it's due. Albacete definitely caused some problems today where they did get through us a couple times. And again, towards the end of the match, definitely they could have scored more and they could have done more danger, but thankfully they didn't. But the main thing from this team, from this Barcelona team, again, the same problems that we had against Elche, which I left very disappointed against Elche. Yes, we got the win. Yes, we created many chances. Yes, we played beautifully. Whatever you want to call it, those are all great things. But it's just the finishing, bro. I don't get it. We had so many chances in this game where we didn't have to suffer those last 10 minutes that we did in towards the end of this game where we were only 2-0 up. We didn't have to suffer that way if we put those chances away. Dani Olmo had chances. Lewa had two clear chances where he could have scored. Rashford had some. Everyone today had chances where they could have scored, where it could have easily been 3 or 4-0. Again, the same problems against Elche. We're just thinking what are we doing up top? Why can these players not finish? I don't know if it's a lack of composure. I don't know if they can't finish. No, I don't think it should be. I don't think that should be the case at all. That they can't finish. They're professional footballers playing for Barcelona. They're incredible players. So I don't know what it is, but the amount of chances we missed today, again, it's just unacceptable. Because if you're missing these chances against Albacete, imagine in a big Champions League match. Imagine against the big boys when you have to take those chances, where you cannot afford to miss those chances. It's not good enough, and I don't see how you can miss these chances against Albacete, where you should realistically, comfortably be winning, and not be able to do it, and then be able to do it against a big Champions League side. That it doesn't make my sense how you can go from one end to the other just because you're playing a better opponent. It doesn't make sense to me, right? But yeah, Barcelona have to improve massively in terms of finishing, because it's not good enough. We shouldn't be having to be suffering in those last couple of minutes like we did today. But thankfully, we get the second goal from a corner kick, and Ronald Rajo gets his beautiful head on it to bring us up 2-0, and then from there, again, for the most part, that second half, we were more in control. We were creating a lot of chances. We were better than Albacete throughout this whole game for sure. And then the last couple minutes, Albacete start attacking us, start getting a little bit more confidence, obviously knowing that they need to get something from this game. And then they get a free kick around they scored in the 87th minute. They get a free kick across into the box. Terrible defending from Barcelona. I don't know what we're doing there, leaving Moreno all by himself. And honestly, a beautiful header from him to bring them back 2-1. And I was like, what the fuck? Is this really going to happen? Is this really going to happen right now? And then moments later, we hit them on a counterattack. Gerard Martin, a beautiful cross into the box to Ferran Torres. And Ferran El Tiburón scores it to be 3-1. 3-1. I'm going to be honest. I celebrated because I'm like, all right, we're good now. We're chilling. We don't have to suffer. And as I was celebrating live on my stream, I didn't see that they showed the replay, and I was like, wait, did they forget to change the scoreline? What happened here? And then I heard the commentator say, no, it was offside. I'm like, fuck. I just celebrated all that, and literally, they were attacking us too, and I was like, what is happening here? What is happening here? Yeah, but Ferran Torres was literally an arm offside, and like, so ass. And yeah, and then from there, Albacete, they started attacking, started getting more confident. Like, at that point, Everything they had left in their tank, they pushed it up forward and wanted to try and get the comeback. But thankfully, it didn't happen. It could have happened. It definitely could have happened. They missed their chances, especially that last chance where Jera Martin that line tackle where he just saved it for us, man. That line saving tackle or header, you want to call it. And he saves us from going 2-2 and having to go into extra time. Thankfully, man. I don't get it. Why do you have to make us suffer like this, Barcelona? Why? It's so ass. But yeah, thankfully, in the end, we got the win, and we don't have to worry about having being eliminated by Albacete and had to play extra time. That's all that matters, really. But going over the individuals, Strong Garcia, pretty solid for the most part. Again, yes, there were moments of scare where Albacete, they get through us, but for the most part, I thought Joe Garcia handled it. The first goal, that was just a beautifully placed header. I can't really say much about it. I feel like his rating went down because there was this one little play that Araujo won or did well on defensively, and then he walks out with the ball to give a corner kick to Albacete. So that's probably why his rating went down, because his IQ just went down the gutter there. But in the end, for the most part, I'd say pretty solid performance. Came out this box pretty solid. Wouldn't have much complaints about him. John Cancelo, man, I don't know what it is with you, bro. I don't know, bro. Defensively, you are horrendous, man. Going forward, you can offer some moments. Going forward, you offer us a little bit more of a presence in attacking where we can create a little bit more. But nah, bro. Defensively, you are all over the place. Like the tackles today, I'm like, bro, yeah, you cannot defend for your life. You cannot defend for anything. And damn, maybe the ones that were saying Joao Cancelo to come to Barcelona were right. We'll see in the important moments. But I doubt Hansi Flick would ever trust him again to come in. I don't know if it's better to start him or to bring him in later in the matches to kill off a game, because at this point, I'm scared with him now defensively, because, wow, that yellow card is stupid. It's stupid to get a kind of yellow card that early into the game. And, yeah, that's why he got hooked at halftime. Araujo and Eric Garcia, I thought were very solid today. I thought they did great today. Araujo gets his goal, which hopefully boosts up his confidence a lot more. Is Araujo back? I wouldn't really say that right now. Obviously, Araujo did great today. Yes, I would agree with that. I see people now over-exaggerating, saying that he needs to start every game now. He's going to be an important player for us, blah, blah, blah. But I think with Araujo, it's just a matter of, yes, this is a great game, but we're going up against a second division team. We still have to see it against the top boys, or even a regular Liga match where it's going to be a tough game, right? So once he does it for that in a continuous manner, then all right, cool. I'll be back on the boat with Araujo, because I said it a long time ago. Araujo, you need to prove me wrong, and you need to show up not for one game, not for two games, not for random La Liga games or random Copa del Rey games. You have to do it when it really matters. So Araujo, I'll give him his props today. He did great, both defensively and, of course, getting his goal. And the recoveries that we've seen where Albacete got through us and he caught up to the players. That's the great thing about Araujo. Again, I told you guys, I've defended this guy so much. But then you have those moments of blunders where you're just like, what? I remember this one play where they were offside, but they got through us. And their player cut in, and Araujo slipped. And I'm like, bro, imagine that was Mbappe. We would have been killed, right? So Araujo, great for him. He did great today, but I need to see more. Eric Garcia, man, all I can say is I love Eric Garcia, bro. He's just so amazing, bro. I don't know what else to say about the guy, man. I just have full-on confidence that anytime this guy's in my team, we're good. Even if we do concede at times, I love him, bro. He is just so amazing. On the ball, off the ball, defensively, everywhere. Great tackles, bro. Little to no mistakes in his game right now. He has been sensational all season, and today he was amazing as well. I love him. Jera Martin, solidish match. I wouldn't say anything major or terrible from him. All right match from Jera Martin. Frankie de Jong, very solid today. Gets his assist. Obviously, great in the those breaks that we have anytime. He's just a major part of that, both defensively and offensively. We get everything from Frankie de Jong. Obviously, without the presence of Pedri, we wanted to see how much can Frankie step up, and I think he has been stepping up. So Frankie de Jong, very, very great game from him as well. Marc Bernal, first half I would say slow. I think he was surrounded a lot by the Albacete, because Albacete again set up very well to take out anything, any attacks that we tried going through the middle, and he was constantly surrounded. So really didn't get too much open areas in that first half. Second half, he was much more involved, and I thought he did pretty well in that second half. So pretty good game from Marc Bernal, not bad. Dani Olmo, I thought he did pretty well as well. Obviously getting the start today over Fermin. Obviously, you can pick your shoes who you want and who you prefer. But Dani Olmo, these last couple of games, has been doing well. Fermin, I think he's been slacking a little bit, but not bad for Dani Olmo. Again, he just has to take those chances. You can't be missing those chances. It's not good enough. But for the most part, I thought he did well in getting into great areas, getting into great link-up plays. Some great ball movement by himself as well. Not bad from Dani Olmo. Marcus Rashford, again, he created problems. He created danger. That's what you would want from him. But you need more, bro. You need more. Hansi Flick says he loves Rashford. He looks what he offers for the team, but he needs to do a little bit more. And I agree with that, especially in finishing terms. In finishing terms, you have to take your chances. And for the most part, a decent match. He gets his assist, but I need a little bit more. Lewandowski, you can't really judge him, bro. He had this one clear chance where he should have scored, really, where a cross literally landed to him, and he hits it so soft at the goalkeeper. He had other chances where he probably should have gotten into better areas. So some crosses that were made to him and everything. But I'm not gonna fully judge him too harshly, because Lewa's only gonna be good if you feed the guy, right? So Lamine Yamal did great in the first half. Second half, created a lot of chances for us this game, man. How many chances did he create today? Lamine, player of the match with 8.6. Lamine completed the most dribbles, created the most chances with 5. Yeah, he was amazing today. Again, Lamine Yamal, another stellar performance. Man of the match, 100%. From the substitute that came in, Kubarsi came in very solid into the game, helped out defensively a lot. Fermin, I actually thought he came in really solid as well. Had his little moments, little nutmegs here and there as well. Attacking wise, he did very solid for us. Casado, I wasn't too impressed by Casado's cameo that he had. Neither were Ferran Torres, and Jules Koundé came off again to kill off the game. Attacking wise, he fucked up a bit. But for the most part, guys, Barcelona in the end get the win. A massive win to get to the next round of the Copa del Rey. That's all that really matters. And yeah, we can celebrate. We can definitely celebrate. But yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments what you guys thought about the game. Who was your man of the match? For me, I said during my stream, I give it to Eder Garcia because he was amazing, but I can understand Lamine because he was great as well. But let me know who was your man of the match. Make sure to like, subscribe, favorite, hit the notification bell for every time you upload. Share to your friends who love football, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Whenever that is, much love, take care, and peace.